When we started living life on the road full time,
we thought all our stress and problems would just melt away.
But the truth is, living in a vintage vehicle,
having a not so fun first day of our back to traveling. Winter depression.
Financial things
has propelled us to some of the highest stress levels we've ever experienced.
Not able to shift consistently.
So we're taking a play from ancient traditions,
backed by modern science,
and dedicating a month of our lives,
Day 2,
Day 3, Day 7,
Today's Day 11,
to see if we can transform our lives
from chaos to calm.
Hi, cutie. I know that in a lot of ways we are privileged, but this winter has just kind of come at us from all kinds of angles with issues, problems, just things that have brought us down.
I've been really stressed because we got bus issues, we got transmission issues, we got a new wiring cable issue that I'm not sure how to solve.
And it's all these financial things, which, you know, these things happen, but at the same time, work has been slow. Income is way down. Just problem after problem after problem.
So we've decided that we're going to try mindfulness, meditation, clearing our minds, whatever you want to call it.
There's this tendency as humans that when you get down, you don't do the things that will help you get out of it. You do the things you want to be like, I'm depressed, so I'm going to lie around and watch TV. I want to eat some potato chips.
We have been eating a lot of potato chips.
I'm giving ourselves a challenge that we have to stick to. We're hoping that we're going to do something good for us.
So today we're going to do our first out at the beach meditation.
Because we've got sunshine!
How far are you going to go?
We have meditated some in the past, and we tried to make it a regular thing, but as I said, we got down and we started doing less meditation when we should have been doing more.
And to be honest, for me, our meditation time is usually my nap time.
That's true.
We set up some rules for our challenge: to meditate every day for 20 minutes for 30 days.
We'll practice our mindfulness next to waves, or if we have bad weather, we can meditate inside with wave sounds.
Very first day of the challenge, and Don stopped us halfway saying, I'm not sure I locked the bus doors, and I'm worried that the cats are gonna get out. Somebody's gonna open the door. That's a sign of where our minds are. Just constant worry. I'm sure he locked the door. We're gonna have to start all over again. Was it locked?
Yep.
I thought so. Alright, you ready to start again?
Yeah.
Try again.
And to keep track of our progress, we're going to be using one of my favorite things in the world, a spreadsheet.
Like, seriously, he gets excited about spreadsheets and pie charts.
We're going to be documenting how we feel in the mornings, how we feel after our meditation, what our stress levels are like at the end of each day.
So at the end of the month, we'll have some data to reference and see if we've made any changes through this challenge.
How's day one?
Not very good. I think at my best stretch, I maybe had 30 seconds of clear mind.
I try to use my breath to bring me back. If I recognize my mind started to wander, I just could say thinking and then focus on breathing in and out. I felt like it was like 2 breaths and my mind is gone again.
I have to definitely remember to wear a jacket because the weather might change any minute. Now I'm cold. Also got to remember that I have to pee before we do this. With the ocean, waves, non-stop. Oh, goodness.
I thought day 1 was going to be rough, and it was, but we did it.
Thank you to Mint Mobile for partnering with us for this video.
When we started traveling, we tried every big wireless company out there because we needed to be sure we could stay connected while we were on the road.
We've been using Mint Mobile's unlimited talk and text and mobile hotspots to stay connected.
With plans as low as $15 a month, they're built on the nation's largest 5G network, the same network we found we use most of the time we travel the country. Switching to Mint Mobile was super easy. I was able to sign up and activate service in just a few minutes right on my phone. They offer digital eSIM cards, which most phones have now. If your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free.
It's good to know big wireless companies aren't the only option. Right now, Mint Mobile is offering new customers any plan for just $15 a month when you purchase 3 months or more. That includes the unlimited plan, which is normally $30 a month.
Why should you pay more than you have to access the same great network?
Go to trymintmobile.com/Rehabitate to get premium wireless for just $15 a month.
We'll leave a link in the description, first thing below.
Day 2. It's super windy, like gusts of 50 miles an hour. There's sand blowing everywhere. Sand caked up under our windshield wipers on the Jeep. Hopefully no sand blowing into the bus.
We're in Port Aransas on Mustang Island, and it's been a really great place to stay. It's a really cute little beachy island town. Lots of little souvenir shops and restaurants. And we've had some good weather on some days, but we've also had some really bad weather.
Polar vortex thing keeps swooping down here. It was like 29 degrees for a while. We had frost on the windshield, and then we even had ice inside the single pane windows on the bus.
Oh, there's some ice in here.
We've really enjoyed the bird life here. Well, actually, this guy's really enjoyed the bird life here. Probably more than us. And we're moving today further south down on the island to Mustang State Park? Mustang Beach State Park?
Mustang Islands.
To Mustang Island State Park. So what we're hoping is that when we get down there, it'll be less windy and we can still get onto the beach and put our meditation in later in the day. Maybe sunset?
Yeah. We made it to our new spot. There's a beach 400 yards from where we're camping. So we're gonna head over there and try our meditation for the day.
It's cold, but it's not raining, so we're going out.
Day 2, 40 degrees.
Day 3.
Day 3, 40 degrees.
Feels like temperature of 30 because it's windy.
Should we just sit here? Ready?
I had to come up with a mantra to get through that one. It was the cold is on the outside, the inside is warm, and it really helped me. I think that there's more to it than that, but that was my mantra. That has a lot of meaning, actually, but I survived.
And the cold and the wind and the back pain was just too much of a distraction. Like I was just constantly battling with one of those. I couldn't even relax, so.
Let's go inside.
Okay.
Let's go get warm.
Well, in the early days, it felt crazy to be sitting outside in this weather. We'd chosen this beach meditation experiment for a reason.
There is evidence that as early as 5000 BC in India, mindfulness and meditation has been practiced with roots in ancient traditions and religions.
Modern science has proof that meditation can not only change how we think and feel, but can reorganize our synaptic connections and alter the shape of our brain, meaning the brain physically changes and reorganizes not only how it connects to itself, but the physical size of the different parts of the brain.
This can lead to enhanced connectivity between the amygdala and prefrontal cortex regions, associated with emotional regulation and attention. The evidence is clearly seen in EEG and neuroimaging scans, suggesting that practicing mindfulness can change the brain in depressed patients.
While some benefits of meditation can be noticed almost immediately, others require consistent practice over weeks and months to become apparent.
Research headed by Harvard Medical School has proven that mindfulness practice leads to an increase in regional brain gray matter density, the regions of the brain involved in learning, memory processes, emotion regulation, and self-referential processing.
This suggests that meditation not only helps in stress reduction and emotional well-being, enhance cognitive function, and overall mental health.
As for adding ocean waves to our challenge, science has found benefits in what they call brainwave entertainment.
By leveraging specific sound frequencies, like those of white noise or ocean waves, it's proven you can coax the brain into a more restful state. This effect is amplified by visual stimuli of waves, significantly reducing cortisol levels and increasing relaxation.
Day 7, finally a beautiful day.
Just kidding.
After a few rainy and cold days of practicing our meditation inside, the sun came out and we headed further south on Padre Island.
With this bayside camp spot being one of our favorite views of the calm bay waters.
With incredible sunsets right in front of us, wowing us every night. And early sunrises behind us that fueled our souls. Which is a world-famous spot for windsurfing.
And birds. Lots and lots of birds.
We're at Malachi Beach.
We'd hop to the other side of the island each day and get our wave meditation in.
Seems like if it's not cold, it's windy. But at least it's not raining on us today.
Today's day 11. Finally, we had a nice day today.
It's starting to feel like a regular part of our day.
It's almost been helpful for me to have to work through some tough weather and adapting to being calm within the chaos. Do you feel like it's gotten easier since day 1?
In some ways it has. When we were starting, we weren't necessarily in a very good place. And now a third of the way in, I feel like I'm not frustrated when I get done.
In the beginning, I expected it to be hard, and then I expected it to become easier after 5 days, and it didn't. Have you noticed it change anything in your life?
I haven't. I don't know if we're too early in or if I'm gonna be expecting too much. What about you?
I do. I was in a very bad place when we started. We had so many stresses, and the stresses aren't all gone, but my mood has definitely improved. Now I feel like I wake up in a good mood. I just put sunscreen on you from today's water adventure. I don't know how to say this without sounding woo-woo, because a few days ago there was this shift for us both in our whole world and everything. And that stuff that's outside of our control that kind of shifted. Is it because we had a more positive mindset that things started going our way?
I thought of it slightly more practically.
I know, but at the same time I was like, whoa, everything shifted.
Everything did shift in one day. And maybe that's what our practice is doing, is letting us reset that and letting us have all these positive powers, not only inside but externally.
Regardless of why things in our external world were going better, our lifted moods and positive outlook was something we wanted to keep up and see where else it would take us. So we kept up with our practice.
Both on the good weather days and the bad days. It's okay, kitty. It's okay.
As much as we loved our bayside camp spot, our 2-week limit was up.
So we made the 6-mile drive to the other side of the island to camp at Malachi Beach for super easy access to meditation right on the beach.
You hungry? Okay, he's hungry. So come here. Come on, buddy. Buddy, where are you gonna sit? Over there? Put your butt down. Good boy.
The last week or so we tried something a little bit different. Doing like some power walking and then trying to do walking meditation. For me, that's been extremely helpful. And it kind of reminded me of like walking meditation when I'm hiking out in nature. My mind kind of calms down and gets quiet naturally.
The reason we started that actually was because some days it's just so windy and you end up with sand in your eyes and your mouth. It kind of starts to just outweigh any benefit that listening to the waves would have. But it's been good, I think, actually to kind of mix it up a little bit and sometimes be just sitting on the sand, sometimes be walking, sometimes just be inside. But as far as the waves go, whether it's outside or listening to the sound of the waves on my phone, can't tell you if there's a bigger benefit one way or the other. Do you feel like that?
I can say that about a week ago, we weren't going to do a meditation. We were just going to see the water and walk on the beach. And as soon as we made it over the bluff and I saw the waves and heard them, I felt more relaxed. So I think that there's some association that I'm starting to have ingrained with the white noise.
I feel like I finally found some moments that have really drawn me to this practice. In the beginning, that first third, I was just doing it every day because we set this challenge, if I'm honest with myself. I wasn't necessarily looking forward to it. This is what we have to do, so we just did it. And now in this second third of the challenge, I feel like it's a part of our day that I look forward to now. Definitely.
Oh, hello, buddy. How you doing?
He's a pro at meditating. Are you coming to give us some advice? Do you have any hopes for this next third?
There's this point I've noticed for me that I feel like I'm actually succeeding doing the meditation, where all of a sudden I don't have any sense of self or place or time. And I get that right before I fall asleep sometimes. But if I can get it while I'm meditating and not fall asleep, that's kind of what I'm hoping I can get more of. We've got wonderful 150-degree views of the Gulf Coast right out our front windshield. And you just hear it going all day and all night. So we're hearing those waves sound
all the time,
even when we're not trying to do our practice.
Yeah, I do like just being by the ocean. It's our last day and the end of our meditation challenge, and we've been greeted with the most beautiful day that is going to make it even harder to leave.
I guess my biggest takeaway is not only did the 30 days fly by, but I did feel less stressed and less anxious. Normally for me, doing errand days where we run to the grocery, we do our laundry, we do all our shopping, I tend to get kind of grumpy. The last couple times we did errands, I wasn't a grumpy old man at the grocery store.
The past few days, I've had little moments of sadness because I know we're gonna leave. It's just a moment of sadness, and then I soak in as much of this as I can.
I found that I had these moments of clarity where I thought, if I want my life to be easier, I should simplify it.
I haven't had any major epiphanies or anything like that. I've just felt that my mood has stabilized. I think what I've taken away from this the most is that I really like meditating out in nature compared to just being inside.
I also kind of had this moment of epiphany where I just thought, If I did one thing every day to make my life better, it would make monumental changes. And the last real epiphany or clarity moment that I had was that Mela and I are better together.
I also feel like it brought Don and I closer together in ways.
Doing these things together.
After the 10-year relationship, you kind of feel like you've had all the conversations you could possibly have.
Even though it can be difficult at times to work with your significant other, our lives are so much better because of that.
But I feel like we were able to go a little deeper into ourselves and into our relationship, and it was really great to do the challenge together. Oh my goodness, it's cold, isn't it?
Yes.
I don't want to break it, so I'm trying to, there you go. I can't believe we found a whole one. There's so many broken ones. It's like the best present for our last day here. I'm actually crying right now. Like, it's so beautiful. I can't believe we found one on the last day. I'm so scared I'm gonna break it. But I'm gonna carry it like this right now. I can't believe we found it. I really feel like that sand dollar was a gift from the ocean today. Just thank you for being with me over this time. And my meditation today ended up just being about gratitude. Gratitude for the ocean, for the sun, for the breeze, for the wind, for the rain, for it all, for the ups and for the downs, because without those downs, you wouldn't have the lessons that I gave you. We wouldn't have started this, I don't think, if we weren't so down to begin with.
We started this for a reason. We need to find a way to reset, and I feel refreshed.
But it's not just us saying that. We did keep track of this.
If we look at it here.
Looking at our data points, Mela's mood at wake up shows progress, with her baseline increasing from a 2 to a
3.5.
Looking at it like that kind of blows my mind. Baseline just keeps gradually moving up, and that's really exciting.
Don's data showed improvement.
And then I had a couple rough nights. I don't remember if the cat was waking me up, puking in the middle of the night, or
bad dreams.
I had some bad
Yeah.
dreams. The other thing we tracked was the quality of our sleep.
I don't really feel like it improved my quality of sleep, but looking at the diagram, I mean, I had one really good night here, it looks like.
If you look at the baseline of you're going from a 2.5 quality of sleep halfway through the month, and then your baseline becomes a 3.5. Slight improvements in your quality of sleep, although it's not as dramatic as
Yeah.
Looking at my quality of sleep,
That was your one bad night again.
yeah. I had one bad night on the 27th for sure. And the last metric we took was our stress level at the end of the day, which I was pretty surprised at how drastic some of it charted here.
Mela's stress levels show a decrease with a very stable baseline.
I feel like my general anxiety level is brought down so that when there is that stressful thing in my life, it goes from, here to up here instead of just like, whoo. Does that make sense?
Yeah. The same could be said about my stress level. It was way up there at the beginning, and then it came down pretty significantly, and then even dipped down to some of the lowest stress levels I think I've had in months.
It's been wonderful to see you actually look relaxed, because Don he's just like looked and felt stress, and I felt his stress around me for the longest time.
So our conclusion after 30 days of wave meditation is,
Well, we want to keep going.
So we've really just started this new practice, and in 30 days we've seen some real results.
Finding calm inside even when the world around us may seem chaotic.
We're not sure how our meditation practice will evolve as we continue our lives of full-time travel.
But we're open to exploring different types of mindfulness as we're feeling so grounded in just 30 days.
The chaos of moving our lives in our home every week or two will continue, as will the stress of living in a vintage vehicle.
but we're dedicated to taking time each day to carve out some calm inside the chaos.